Bullseye. Hello, Serge here from the Backyard Driving Range. We have a clipboard and a question. This one came in for the webinar that we did at DJ's house months ago. I still got plenty of these questions sitting back, so I throw them in now and then. And since there was no real topic decided, specified on that website, it was open to any question. And we got another one about the blog. I've recently done a number of them on a blog about the bump, and here's another one. So I think it's without a doubt, it's the part of the swing that seems to evoke the greatest amount of thought. And this is from Arun Meehan, and he says, at the start of the downswing with the bump, what percentage of the weight should one feel that has been transferred to the left side? At what point in the downswing does the complete transfer of weight occur? Okay? All right, good question. I'll tell you, boy, y'all really love getting me to try to have to think about breaking my swing up into all these little increments and pieces and think about it. And that starts getting very mechanical. And as you know, my comment is always, we take a practice swing and when we say, that's it, I like that swing, that's the feeling I want, then I step up and I swing the feel. All right? Because mechanics don't work. You can't connect the dots and make a good, successful golf swing. It slows the brain down, and consequently the firing of the muscles in the synchronization and the timing that they have to be. But the question becomes, when I bump, how much percentage should I feel has been transferred to the left side? Well, I guess I'll just stay it this way. Once I ring the bell, bing, bang, and bump, I mean, by the time my hands of the bump starts here and it starts pulling all the muscles, straightening, lengthening all the muscles, and it reaches my hands and my arms and hands and club, the bump is already means that the weight, the lateral left shift, the bump, has already shifted my weight from my back foot mostly to my front foot. So I'm already, boom, I'm feeling it. My foot is already rolled a little bit to the outside edge. My forward knee staying flexed, and when all that hits, all that stretching hits here, the hips were going a little bit forward while the arms and the hands and the club are still going up. For probably, if you were to be able to stop and slow motion my swings, you'll see that once the bump started, the split second it started, my hands will go up another 2 or 3 clicks of a camera. If you were just clicking the camera, 2 or 3 clicks, and then all of a sudden, boom, they go the other way. They get pulled. So there's a slight change. This is going that way. This is still going that way until there has to be a winner, and naturally the winner is going to be that the lower body, once it's here and starts to turn out of the way, it's going to pull the arms down, and my arms and hands just activate and fire at the impact and swing up to the tee finish. So at this point, I can feel the lower body weight already in my belt buckle, my hips already moved forward, but my upper body has pretty much stayed put behind the ball. That's where I get the stretch in the muscles. So I might say, I don't know if I can really put that as 30%, 40, 50, 60% down there. All I know is from right here, I can feel stretching all the way up the right side of my, up the right side, the outside of my forward leg here, of my left leg, on the outside of my left leg, all the way up into my hips, and then I can feel stretching up my back, up into my shoulders, up into my shoulder, and I can start feeling my arm as it comes up there, especially when I finally let my arms drop and they're activating to swing forward. So I think maybe I can say I feel a lot of my left side is really activated, and my right side is doing what? It is relaxing to be able to exactly, so to speak, collapse down, let the free fall happen, where I might want to say collapsing, but I don't think that's a good word. It's just free falling until bam, then I explode to get into my impact position right there. So I think these muscles are definitely pulling. These muscles have contracted until as they pull down, and then when I reach impact, they're now exploding forward, and then once I hit the ball, they're both starting, as they come together again, they're both seem to be getting equal and feeling the same speed and the same energy and muscle activation until I get up to the top, recoil and relax, and then I go what? I can stand here. Once I get in a perfect T, shoulders horizontal, spines vertical, and I like to see that the right shoulder, the right hip, and the right knee are pretty much right down at or just slightly behind the left leg to the ankle here. All right, and so at this point in time, if I hit a good shot, we'll see what's going to happen. I can come like that, and I'm basically right here on my left side. The only reason why that the right foot's still up is because once my hands come over the top and recoil and to this point before I recoil and relax, if my right foot wasn't up, if I'd have let it come like this, I'd very likely fall backwards. So that foot is there as a support that once I swing up and then recoil and relax, it's there. But now there's no weight on it. I can tap it. In fact, one of my drills that I give for really practicing good balance is once you hit the ball, you swing back down, you can go 1, 2, 3. This is where I want to be. 1, 2, 3. You tap your foot. So the 1, 2, 3 on this side is what? That your knee's staying flexed. Because we don't want to lock the knee. That puts a lot of strain all the way up the swing, especially in the knee and especially in the hips. Just ask Tiger Woods about that one. So we're going to roll over. You should get a little bit of bounce, and then you can tap your foot, which tells you predominantly close to 100% of your weight in the T finish is on your forward leg. Straight up and down. That's why we have the vertical T and we have a vertical finish. When we swing up over the shoulder, recoil and relax. Okay, so hopefully that answers your questions. Your question about where's the weight when it's going. But remember, the whole swing is taking probably 1.2 seconds from about takeaway to impact. So it's just a case of learn that, skip the rock and that feeling, hitting a forehand with a tennis racket, hitting a hockey stick. You just do it. And you kind of know what has to happen. Boom. So your weight's over there on your forward side. Okay, that's it for the surge today on the bump again, which is an important issue if you really want to maximize the power and get proper timing and the sequential movements that you have to hit a good shot. Timing is the proper sequential movements of the parts of the body, and the bump is what helps you get there. So understanding it, knowing how it works is the best thing that can happen. Then just let it happen. All right, get that good practice swing, feel the swing you want, then swing the feel. Well, that's it for the surge for today, and I'll be talking to you all again soon. Hello, Surge here. You want to become a short game wizard? Well, now we have the instruction video to do it. I went out and I partnered with one of the greatest short game players there ever was on the PGA Tour, Kenny Knox. Held putting records for a long time, and he attributed it to the fact that he had a better short game. And so with Kenny, we did chipping, pitching, bunker play, and all these other fine, difficult shots that you find around the greens. We got it completed. It's about ready to come out, so keep checking the Surge store and watch for the bulletins that we're going to be sending out, because it's coming out any day now. And get this video and it'll cover everything you want, and it'll help you become a short game wizard and lower your scores.